Hello friends, good morning to all of you, and today in this video we are going to talk about the second part related to the RBWM delivery channels. So this video is related to the retail banking and the wealth management, and the complete crash course is available. If you're preparing for the JAIIB exam, make sure to watch these videos, and further definitely you can be clearing this exam in the very first attempt, because we are going to provide you with the full course videos, plus also the chapter wise previous year questions will be there, the mock test will be there, the PDF notes will be there, which will be helping you a lot so as to clear the exam. So do confirm the audio video quality at the earliest so that we can proceed. And if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, do subscribe to the channel at the earliest so that you get updated whenever we upload the new videos. So audio video all working fine. So let's start the session. The next topic that we are going to cover, it is related to the mobile banking. So when the services are being provided through the mobile phone, specifically, let's say for the fund transfer purposes, the bill payment purposes, the utility bill payments, merchant payments, etc., or the digital banking services, that is said to be what? That is said to be the mobile banking services, right? But the banks may be imposing a daily cap related to such transactions for the security purposes, and as per the Reserve Bank of India banking guidelines, that can be done. Okay. Then it's related to IMPS. The full form of IMPS is Immediate Payment Services. The IMPS is what? It's a real-time electronic fund transfer mechanism. Like in real time, you can be doing what? You can be transacting something. You can be transferring the funds. Like in the case of the NEFT, it takes some time because it's on net system, it's on batch system. But in case of IMPS, it's on real time basis. It's on a real time basis, and there is some limit which has been imposed in case of IMPS. Do answer it at the earliest. Let me tell you, this service is available 24/7, 365. This is a real time services, and further you can do bank to bank fund transfer, and maximum limit per particular transaction is limited to rupees 5 lakh per transaction. The maximum limit is as per the Reserve Bank of India, as per NPCI framework, it is rupees 5 lakh per transaction. But banks can be setting their own limits also, like the lower limit also, right? And the minimum limit is rupees 1. The minimum limit is rupee 1. And further, the stop payment facility, is it available in case of IMPS? Yes or no? Is the stop payment facility available in case of IMPS? Yes or no? No. Like once the transaction is successful, there is no stop payment facility available. And we can be like paying using the IMPS transfer using multiple modes. Like you can be entering the account number and IFSC code of the beneficiary. You can be entering the mobile number plus MMID, or Aadhaar based transfer can be done. Merchant payment can be done, right? So this can be done. Now, what is MMID? What is MMID? MMID is Mobile Money Identifier. This is Mobile Money Identifier, right? Mobile Money Identifier. Like customer can be initiating the payment through the mobile or internet banking. So bank verifies do what? So it's basically, when we're talking about the MMID particularly, it's a 7-digit number. It's a 7-digit number, which is issued by the bank to the customer for the mobile based IMPS transactions, right? So that can be done. And each MMID is linked to a unique mobile number. Different MMIDs can be linked to the same mobile number. That is possible. Like if I have the multiple MMIDs, those can be linked to the same mobile number, right? So IMPS is like instant transfer. It's 24/7 available. It's very secure and very much safe. It uses multiple channels, and it's basically useful for the urgent payments, and confirmation is available. Like sender receives a transaction confirmation. And what is the transaction limit? It is rupees 5 lakh per transaction. The transaction limit is. So even using the IFSC and the account number, we can be transacting. Using the IFSC and IMPS, we can be transacting, like the repeater is enabled for that. And also we can be using the Aadhaar number, and that is said to be the ABRS. That is said to be ABRS, that is Aadhaar based remittance services. So Aadhaar based remittance services allows that we can be doing the IMPS transfer by entering only the beneficiary's Aadhaar number. We have to just enter the beneficiary's Aadhaar number. We have to provide, like the provided the Aadhaar is to be linked with the beneficiary's bank account, right? And if that is done, then we can simply be initiating the payment, and further it can be done, right? The next one, it's about the UPI. UPI is Unified Payment Interface. Very much important. It's about the UPI is basically the Unified Payment Interface. Uh, Again, the UPI is a real-time payment system. It's a real-time digital payment system which is developed by the NPCI. NPCI has developed these two. So operator is NPCI. Like the IMPS was available 24/7. This is also available 24/7. And this is also instant real-time fund transfer. And immediate settlement is there. Immediate settlement is there. And it's like a two-factor authentication system. It's like a two-factor authentication system. And maximum limit, like the general transaction limit is basically rupee 1 lakh per transaction. And it can go up to like rupee 2 lakh for, or rupee 5 lakh for the specific use areas. Like when you're paying for IPOs, or let's say for the hospitals or education, then it can be up to rupee 5 lakh also. And the minimum limit is basically what? The minimum limit is rupee 1, right? So it is developed by NPCI. It's available 24/7. It is used for the transactions like peer-to-peer basis, like person A is to send funds to person B. It can be used for that purpose. Or let's say person P is to pay payment to the merchant for P2M purposes. And we can be using the virtual payment address, like we are having the TRAP at the rate YBN. That's our virtual payment address. We can be paying using the QR code, using the mobile number, Aadhaar number, account number plus IFSC combination. So that's basically how we can be paying, right? And if we look at the transaction limit, general limit is what? General limit is rupee 1 lakh for per day for P2P, P2M transactions. But let's say if you are new to the system, or let's say you lost your SIM card, you just changed your SIM card, then the new UPI user limit would be what? It is rupees 5,000 for the first 24 months. Then it is rupees 5,000 for the first 24 months. And even in the case, like I told you about the category, approved category and the transaction types, it can be allowing you the transactions even up to rupees 5 lakh or even above that. Okay. And then under UPI 123, I'll be explaining you what is UPI 123 also further. Under the UPI 123 payment system, if you make the payment using the UPI, then the particular payment is rupees 10,000 per transaction, right? And if you are using the UPI under the star 99, like the USSD code, the star 99 hash USSD code, then the per transaction limit is rupees 5,000. In that case, it is rupees 5,000. Clear? After that, it's about the Bheem. Bheem is what? This is Bharat Interface for Money. It's a mobile application. Like we can be using the UPI based payments very easily, very quickly, in a very simple way. Like we can be paying using the VPA. We can be paying using the VPA. We can be using paying using the account number plus IFSC combination, or using the mobile number, Aadhaar number, QR code. Like so, Bheem is what? Bheem is a application. And in this case, whatsoever the payments we do, the transaction history is available. transaction history is available. We can do the bank account management, like in the case of phone pay application, Google Pay application, Paytm Pay application, right? You can do what? You can be adding multiple accounts. You can be managing the linked accounts. You can be checking the balances. You can block the user. You can report the user. Okay. And even you can be disabling the mobile number. You can be disabling the mobile number. And further, the Bhim daily limit is what? What is Bhim daily limit? It is rupees 40,000 per day. If we are talking about the daily limit for Bhim, it is rupees 40,000 per day. And the new user limit is rupees 5,000 for the first 24 hours. Then it is related to the star 99 hash service. We say to be USSD service. USSD service. What is USSD? It is unstructured supplementary service data. Unstructured supplementary service data. So even if you're not having the smartphone with you, you can still be using the UPI and the other services. Like the star 99 hash is basically NPCI mobile banking services. Like for those particular customers who are not having the smartphones, who are not having the internet connectivity, they can be using such services. So internet is not required, and even it will be working upon the very basic mobile phones, and it supports the multiple languages, and you need to enter your UPI pin or the MPIN for the transaction authentication purposes. And but there is per transaction limit imposed, that is rupees 5,000. Rupees 5,000 transaction limit is imposed in this case. So if we're talking about the transaction limit for this is rupees 5,000. So what is the process that we need to follow? We just dial star 99 hash from the register mobile number. We have to select the language, right? And then the service menu will be showcased to us. And further, we have to select the service from the menu. Then further, we need to enter the beneficiary payment details. Like we can be entering their Aadhaar number, mobile register, mobile number, etc. So as to authenticate thereafter, we have to enter the UPI pin or the MP pin. All right. And we will be receiving the transaction confirmation or the failure message, whatsoever it is. And the multiple services are available through it. Multiple services are available through it. Like the financial services are available. We can be sending money using the mobile number, using the UPI ID. We can be sending money using the Aadhaar card, right? Using the account number IFSC combination, using the UPI ID or mobile number. So we can be doing the financial services, and the non-financial services are also available. Like if you want to set the UPI pin, we want to check the change the UPI pin, we want to check the last 5 transactions or for the balance inquiry purposes. So these can also be done. So these can also be done. And value-added services value-added services are available, like Aadhaar linking status, we can be checking. PMJDY account overdraft status, we can be checking. So that will be available. Clear with it? So these topics are quite important. From the exam point of view, definitely these are very much important. So the next topic, it's about the, like I already told you that the fund transfer limit for the star 99 hash is rupees 5,000 per transaction. That's the limit for the star 99 hash. Then it is related to UPI 123 pay. So what is UPI 123 pay? It is also an instant payment transfer system. Like using the feature phone, we can be using it for the transaction purposes without the internet connectivity in a very secured manner. And there is a limit, that is rupees 10,000 per transaction for the UPI 123. Rupees 10,000 per transaction is a limit which is imposed, and a daily limit can also be imposed, right? Daily limit can also be imposed by the NPCI or the bank for the category purposes. And there are like multiple ways for the UPay 123 pay. Like it can be the IVR that we can be using. Now, IVR is what? This is interactive voice response. Like when you are interacting, so customer dials a predefined IVR number, right? And there is one-time registration using the debit card and the mobile number. For that particular case, you have to register beforehand. And thereafter, when you are doing the transaction, it will be like through the interactive system that you are entering into a transaction, you'll be dialing a specific IVR number, interactive voice response number. And after entering all the details, you'll be authenticating using the UPI pin. And it can be used for the fund transfer, bank inquiry, balance inquiry, or the transaction details purposes. It can be used, right? So it's like, first of all, you have to get on board so as to use this service. Thereafter, you can be using it. And it's also like the payment can be done through the missed call basis. Like customer is going to give a missed call to a specific number, and there will be callback, like system returns call or prompts menu, right? And further, you can be using the basic banking services and the fund transfer services through that. Or it could be like the feature phone application, like some embedded application can be used in the featured phones, like which will be some OEM application or UPI ecosystem application which will be there. So three ways to use the UPI 123. One, it's like using the IVR, interactive voice response. Second, it's like through the missed call. And third, it's like using the functionality, phone application that we're going to use. And there is one more that's basically like proximity sound-based payments. Proximity sound-based technology. Like the sound wave-based communication will be there. Like it's within the collaboration of the tone tag and the NSDL payment bank. It's supported by the tone tag and the NSDL payment bank. So in this scenario, like in this technology, it will be using the sound waves to enable the contactless offline proximity data communication on the device. Right? Now, after that, it's related to the customer's liability in case of unauthorized electronic transactions. If there is any kind of unauthorized electronic transaction, what will be the liability of the customer? What will be the liability of the customer? So first thing first, it banks can be denying the electronic transaction facility, like except the ATM withdrawals if the, let's say, mobile is not registered. And once you report the unauthorized transaction, immediate action is to be taken, like so as to block the particular transactions or the particular channel so that there cannot be any further fraud into it. Let's have a look at it related to the liability framework as per the Reserve Bank of India guidelines. And the first thing, it's related to zero liability of the customer. It's related to the zero liability of the customer. So when it will be applicable? So when there is negligence, there is deficiency, there is fraud at the bank part, not on the part of the customer, but there is on the fraud or negligence or deficiency of the services on the part of the bank. Like when the third party breach is there, where neither bank nor customer is at fault, right? And that particular fraud has been reported within 3 working days. This is very much important. This is very much important that it must be reported. Even if the customer is not responsible, even if the customer is not responsible, still it is to be reported to the bank within a time span of 3 working days. Only and only then, only and only then there will be a zero liability of the customer, right? And the other cases are related to when the customer is having the limited liability, when the customers are having the limited liability, that is also the scenario. Like the customer has shared the credentials. The customer has shared the credentials. You have given the PIN number. You give the OTP, right? And you're having the liability till you have not reported the fraud, till you have not reported the loss. The moment you basically reported the loss, and after reporting, the liability will now be shifted to the bank. That after reporting, if still the fraud continued, then it will be the responsibility of the bank. Then it will be the responsibility of the bank. So when we're talking about the limited liability of the customer, there can be the multiple cases. Like the case number one, it would be related to what? That there is negligence at the customer part, that the customer has shared the OTP, the customer has shared the PIN number, etc. So the full loss bearing will be with the customer till the reporting is done. But after the reporting has been done, the liability will be with the bank thereafter. And further, let's say if there is delay in reporting, so we are to report in time. So if there is delay in reporting, let's say 4 to 7 days, then further also there is liability. Then there is also the customer liability into it. Lower of the transaction value or the prescribed limit is there. We have to take care of that. Like for the BSBD accounts, the maximum liability of the customer is 5,000 rupees. And let's say for the cases, it is also different. We'll be talking about it also, right? So in cases where the responsibility for the unauthorized electronic banking transaction that lies with the bank nor with the customer. So here is a type of the account. Like for the BSBD, basic saving bank deposit accounts, the maximum liability of the customer is 5,000 rupees. Right? In case of the BSBD accounts we are talking about. And in case of the all the other saving bank accounts or payment instruments or prepaid instruments, gift cards, etc., or CC accounts, overdraft accounts, whether a limit is up to 25 lakh rupees, right? Annual average balance is up to rupees 25 lakh rupees. The maximum liability is rupees 10,000. When the reporting is done, we are talking about. So this is the case when the reporting is done between 4 to 7 days. If reporting is done between 4 to 7 days, right? Like you have already reported this particular fraud, but still the liability has been there. Still the issues have been there. It's about it. And for the credit cards, for the limits up to rupees 5 lakh, even in that scenario, even in that scenario, the overall loss limit liability is rupees 10,000. And for all the current or cash credit accounts or the overdraft accounts, let's say where the average balance is beyond 25 lakh rupees, the liability is 25,000. For the credit cards with the limit is above rupees 5 lakh, the liability is rupees 25,000. And let's say when the reporting is done after 7 days, when the reporting has been done, in that case, the liability is determined as per the bank's board policy. And what about if the unauthorized transaction is there? There is a timeline for the reversal of the amount in case of the unauthorized transaction is there. And the reversal timeline is 10 working days. Like within 10 working days from the reporting, the unauthorized transaction amount which was deducted, it should be reversed. It should be reversed. Clear with it? And the condition is related that there is no need to wait for insurance settlement. The customer need not to wait for the insurance settlement for such cases where the unauthorized transaction is there. And further, at the bank's discretion, banks can even waive the customer liability, even in the negligence cases, like it's a bank's discretion. Like let's say, even if the even if the customer has shared the OTP or the credentials or the details, it's the bank's discretion if you want, if the bank wants to waive off the customer's liability. That's on the bank, right? Then after that, it's about the TAT, the turnaround time and the customer compensation for the failed transactions using authorized payment systems. It's very much important. It's very much more important. Now, what is TAT? TAT is the turnaround time, the time period in which something is to be done, like the maximum time taken to complete a process or service or a transaction. That is TAT, right? So here, when we are talking about the T is basically we meant to be the date of transaction. The first one, it's about the automated teller machine, or the even the micro ATMs are covered into it. So let's say the case is where the account is debited but no cash was dispensed. The account is debited but the cash was not dispensed, right? So in that case, the TAT for auto reversal is what? It is T plus 5 days. That in T plus 5 days, maximum within 5 days, the transaction must be reversed automatically. And if it is not done, there is a compensation of rupees 100 per day. There is a compensation of rupees 100 per day that is to be paid. The second one, it's about the card transaction. Like the first case is like when the card to card transfer is there. When there is card to card transfer, C to C, card to card transfer is there. There also the amount is debited but not credited. Then the TAT is T plus 1 day. The auto reversal must be there in T plus 1 day. And in case, let's say, you swipe the card, or you like inserted the card on the POS machine, right? The account was debited, the confirmation was not received, there was no charge slip. For the same, it is T plus 5 days. Otherwise, the compensation is rupees 100 per day beyond T plus 5 days. Further, it's about the IMPS, like in the case of the immediate payment services. Account debited, but the beneficiary is not credited. The amount is to be reversed in T plus 1 day basis. Otherwise, compensation of rupees 100 per day. Further, very importantly, it is UPI. Like if you're doing the P2P transfer, for peer-to-peer transfer, then it is T plus 1 days. And further, if it is P2M, peer to merchant transactions, in that case, it is T plus 5 days. It can take up to 5 days for the reversal if it is merchant transaction. Then it is AEPS, Aadhaar enabled payment systems or Aadhaar pay services. So account debited but confirmation not received, T plus 5 days is the adjustment time. And for the account debited but beneficiary account not credited, so there can be the two cases. So the one it's related to the merchant transaction you are paying, or the other one it's related to the beneficiary you are paying. In both the scenarios, it is T plus 5 days. Whether you are paying to the merchant, whether you are paying to the beneficiary, it is T plus 5 days. For APBS, Aadhaar payment bridge system, like there is delay in credit to the beneficiary account in case of APBS, still it is T plus 1 day. It is T plus 1 day in this scenario. Now, what is Aadhaar payment bridge system? Anyone? Any idea? Basically, APBS is a centralized electronic payment system that basically enables the bulk government payments, like when the pensions or let's say DBT or let's say subsidies are to be credited to the beneficiaries' accounts. where the Aadhaar number is a primary identifier. In that case, APBS is used. So when there is delay in the credit to the beneficiary account, the reversal is to be done within T plus 1 days. Let's say multiple payments were to be done to the thousands of the beneficiaries. The transactions were initiated, but there were delay, right? So in those Aadhaar numbers where there was delay, that is to be reversed within T plus 1 days. Otherwise, rupees 100 per day compensation is to be paid after 1 day. Then it is about the NACH. Like if there is delay in credit to the customer or there is delay in reversal, then the beneficiary bank is to reverse the uncredited transaction within T plus 1 day. And the second scenario could be related to that the debit account is debited despite the mandate cancellation. Despite there is revocation of the debit mandate, but still if the account is debited, in that scenario also, the customer's bank, which is responsible for the debit, the resolution is to be completed within T plus 1 days. It is to be completed within T plus 1 days. So for ATMs, the time period is T plus 5 days, right? For POS, merchant transaction, T plus 5 days. For UPI, what kind of transaction? P2M transactions. Not talking about the P2P transactions. Again, T plus 5 days. For Aadhaar enabled payment system, it is T plus 5 days, right? So these are the transactions where it is T plus 5 days. Otherwise, it is T plus 1 day. Clear with it? So that's about the chapter number 18th. Now, after that, it's about the next chapter, which is related to the delivery modes. The next chapter that we're going to cover, it's about the delivery models. Chapter number 19th, from the retail banking and the wealth management. So till the chapter number 18, if you're having any of the queries, any of the issues, any of the doubts, do let me know at the earliest. Do confirm at the earliest. So the next chapter, it's about the delivery models. So the first thing, it's about the human interventions in the physical channels. Human interventions in the physical channel. Now, if we look at the service delivery, one it is related to you can be providing the services using the branch network or beyond the branch network. So one it is related to the branch level, and the second one is related to beyond the branch level. Now, when we are considering about the branch level, like it could be the branch staff which will be providing the services, or there are the dedicated marketing managers. They are dedicated marketing managers. And when we're talking about the beyond the branch, then it's related to the direct selling agents which are available, or direct selling associates, DSAs. These are the DSAs which are available. So staff at the branch is going to a very crucial role, because they are the frontline personnel who are responsible for the customer interaction purposes. They are providing the personalized services to the customers. They are responsible for the service delivery. They are responsible for the relationship management, right? So what are the key characteristics and traits, first of all, related to it? They do understand the customer. They are to understand the customer because they are directly dealing with the customer. They are to look into their income level, their financial profile, their life stage, their needs, right? And second characteristic which is required, that they should be having the product knowledge. So the first thing is related to understanding the customer, and the second one it's related to knowing the product Like there should be clear understanding of the product features. They should be understanding like how the services are going to be processed, and they should be having the trait of cross selling. The trait of cross selling. The customer visited to you for the saving bank account, and you are also selling the mutual funds to them, or let's say you are offering the other products to them also, promoting the additional banking products also. So that's cross selling. And the post sale services are also to be given, like follow up after the product delivery. That is also very much required. So they should also be going for the customer empathy, like they are to build the trust and the long term relationships with the customers, right? So that's about the staff at the branch level. The second one, it's about the dedicated marketing managers. We say them to be DMM, dedicated marketing managers. Now, these are the specialized professionals who are basically assigned to the specific branches. So, let's say multiple branches are there. So, these are the specialized professionals. Let's say these are assigned to the multiple branches for the business development purposes, for the marketing activity purposes, right? And what are their core functions? For the promotion of the, they are to basically promote the banking products. They are to conduct the marketing campaigns, and they are to basically do the customer engagement and the acquisition. So this is a core related to the dedicated marketing manager. And there are some expectations from these managers. The one, it's related to the market intelligence. The one, it is related to the market intelligence. Like the DMMs should be analyzing the marketing trends. They are to look into the competitor activities. Further, the potential sourcing is to be done. Like they are to identify and develop the prospective customer base. The prospective customer base is to be identified, it is to be developed. And further, the third one, it's about the product or service presentations. Like the customized presentations must be done or must be made for the targeted segments. And then it should be the right selling. Right selling is like selling the right product to the right target group. And definitely the sales conversion will be there. That whatsoever the leads are there, those should be converted to the sales. And at the same time, we have to comply with the service delivery standards, with the regulatory standards, with the internal guidelines. And also the customer relationship management and retention should be taken care of. These are the expectations from the DMMs. They should be having the marketing intelligence, like they should be identifying and developing the prospective customer base, potential sourcing, and also they should be preparing specific presentation for the targeted group. And the right selling is to be done, like matching the needs and matching product with the customer needs, and the sale conversion should be there. They should be taking care of the guidelines, and also the customer relationship management and retention is to be taken care of, right? Then it is related to the DSA. It is related to the DSA, that is a direct selling agents. So DSAs are whom? DSAs are the external agents which are authorized by the bank so as to market and sell the products. Like these are not the direct employees. These are the external agents who are authorized by the bank so as to market and sell the product, right? So there are no bank employees, and their role is to basically source the credit cards and the retail loans, so as to source the retail assets and the liabilities. They are to focus on, let's say, credit cards, personal loans, retail loans. And it's like there is a field staff which is available, or it could be the case that the telecallers are there which will be communicating with the customers, and their objective is to basically generate the leads and the conversion of the same. After that, it's related to tie-ups with the institutions or with the OEMs, with the dealers. Tie up with the institution for the banking purposes. Like it could be the case that you are having the tie-up with the builders for the home loans. or you're having the tie-up with the auto dealer for the vehicle loan, for the companies for the group personal loans, or with the institutions for the education loans. And what is OEM? What is OEM? Like OEM is the original equipment manufacturer. OEM is the original equipment manufacturer. Then the next one, it's related to the CLM, that is a co-lending model. CLM is a co-lending model where you won't be lending alone, but you'll be lending along with the other institution. So it's a financial arrangement where the banks and the NBFCs jointly lend to a borrower. So let's say the bank plus NBFC, they will be jointly be lending to a borrower. That's a CLM, co-lending model. And also the risk as well as the reward that will be shared between them, right? So that's a co-lending model. So that will improve what? That will be improving the credit flow to the unserved and the undeserved sectors. And the combined low cost of funds is there, and high reach of the NBFCs will be used. Like you are using the reach of the NBFCs and low cost of funds which are available with the banks, those will be having a different synergy. So all the registered NBFCs, including the HFCs, all are eligible for this. And the eligible asset class for the co-lending model is priority sector lending. For co-lending model, the eligible class of the loans, the asset class which is eligible for the co-lending model, it is priority sector lending, right? So like NBFC share is basically restricted to maximum share. The maximum share of the bank is 80%, and the minimum share of the NBFC is like what? It is 20%. It is 20%, right? So NBFC share will be maximum of 20, maximum share of NBFC is like 20%, and the maximum share of bank is like 80%. So that's the case. Exposure that we are talking about, the direct exposure of the NBFC and the bank. So it is 20% for the NBFC and 80% for the bank. So eligible counterparties, like all registered NBFCs are eligible that they can be entering into the co-lending model. And for the eligible asset classes like priority sector loans, all the priority sector loans are qualifying for the same. And then it's related to original capital selections. So NBFCs who are having the proven track record, who are having the geographical reach, robust credit and collection processes, compatible system capabilities, competent manpower or skilled manpower is there, they are basically eligible. They are eligible. And further, if we look at the yield pricing, so the bank's portion to follow the RBI interest rate guidelines on the advances. So the pricing on the underlying loans for the portion of the bank's contribution to be in line with the applicable regulatory directions on interest rates on advances. Like they cannot be charging the whatsoever the bank portion is there. Let's say bank portion is 80%. Loan is sanctioned for amount rupees 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees loan was sanctioned, right? Now, if up to 2 lakh rupees loan was sanctioned, in that scenario particularly, let's say the bank portion is of 80%. We're just assuming that, right? It means 1.6 lakh of the portion is lying with the bank. Now, what's the interest rate that is charged on this 1.6 lakh? That should be in line with the Reserve Bank of India interest rate guidelines. That is to be taken care of. That is to be taken care of. So, majority funding is provided by the banks because the banks are having the fund at the lower cost, and customer sourcing is being done by the NBFC. Credit appraisal servicing, that will be done by the NBFC. That's the case. So bank share is minimum like 80% of the loan amount, and NBFC share is like 20% of the loan maximum share. So for the bank, the minimum share is 80%. And for the NBFC, the maximum share is 20%, right? So the risk sharing in proportion will be there. And the blended rate will be offered to the customer. Blended rate. Why blended rate? Because the bank is to follow the Reserve Bank of India guidelines also, right? So what are the advantages? Like for the bank, we are talking about like wider customer base would be available because now you're using the NBFC's deeper reach, and the bank can be completing the priority sector lending targets. Lower operational cost is there for the bank. And for NBFC, the benefit is like the low cost funds would be available. Higher lending capacity now will be available with the NBFC, and the risk diversification is definitely there. And for the borrower, they will be getting the competitive interest rates. Fast processing of the loans will be there for the borrowers, right? So that's about the chapter number 19. So that will be all for this video so far. I hope that you must have liked the content of this video. So if simply just do like this video and share this video with your friends and colleagues who are preparing for the JAIIB exam. And you simply just need to WhatsApp me writing JAIIB to the number 83609 and I'll be sharing all the details related to the complete JAIIB crash course. And from tomorrow in the morning also the IEIFS sessions will be there for the exam purposes. Like for 5 days we will be having the IAFS sessions in the morning. So make sure to watch those sessions on daily basis in the morning. So that will be all. Thank you so much and see you again in the next video. Happy learning.